All right, welcome to episode 38 of Speedy Film Watchers. Alucard, you picked this film. Why don't you introduce it?
How do I do the introduction?
Just introduce it. Talk about it a little bit. What it is, what's it about.
Well, Hereditary is this movie. It's made to creep you out. Looks to be about a cult of sorts. That dabbles in witchcraft.
Very Lovecraftian.
It involves a family in the nefarious plots of this cult, and quite literally destroys that family, all for their own gain. It's a very interesting film. I personally liked it. The themes of it, some of the things are kind of corny and cheesy, but
Yeah.
I really think the overall message was pretty good, though.
Yeah, I love this movie a lot. It was one of my favorites of 2018.
I think I would need to watch it multiple times just to get a better grasp on it, though. That being said, I did have one person tell me that they gave up the film midway while watching it, and I just, I don't agree with that really. Sometimes that I think,
all right, time for a fight.
They had seen it, the whole thing. Maybe they would have liked it a little better.
All right, I got some stuff. Oh, let's talk about model houses, because this movie has a lot of model houses, and they play a lot into the mom's character. It's like
I think a lot of the themes involved in the miniatures is to kind of play on the fact that they can't control their lives, that they're trapped in these prisons, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, the mom's pretty controlling, right?
Yeah, the mom does have control over some parts,
the director did come out and confirm that the daughter is in fact the demon the entire time.
Yes.
It's just never really explained fully.
I mean, I would kind of have to discount Brandon.
I mean, there is obviously evidence of this sprinkled throughout. Like in some of the some of the shots, if you pause it, you can see things in the background of the scenes.
Like what?
No. I mean, you're right in that it's not really explained until the end. The end is where it tells you that, so you wouldn't really know that throughout the film. You could assume it, yes. I mean, I kind of assumed that she was possessed. I thought she was possessed by the grandmother. That's what I thought.
I think the most unique aspect of this movie by far is just how the shots, like how the camera moves in certain shots with the miniatures and stuff. It's really fucking well done.
Yeah, I love the use
of miniatures. And then some of the scares are actually pretty well done too.
Yeah. It's very eerie.
It's almost like a schizophrenic episode when the weird stuff starts happening.
Oh.
Okay. I got a question. So during one of Peter's classes, arrogance was mentioned as a flaw of Hercules. Does anyone else experience arrogance? I think the mom's a little arrogant. She's a very stuck.
Wait, say again. You kind of cut out. What were you saying?
I was saying like how one of the Peter's classes they talked about arrogance. Does anyone else experience arrogance?
Well, the reason. Okay, let me explain this best I can. If you pay attention to that scene, a lot of it has parallels to the story of the demon itself in real demonology, because the villain in that movie is an actual real demon. Well, real subjective, but just real in the demonology aspect. So if you pay attention to all these scenes, it's actually explaining what the demon is as a force, and arrogance is one of them.
Okay.
Because in demonology, the demon is often considered to be very intelligent and has a lot of knowledge, but the demon can also lie to you, because all demons lie. So that can play into the arrogant thing, Fijian.
Yes, and it's very good you brought that up, Brandon, because what's his name? Paimon, the demon that is being resurrected or whatever.
Yeah, to seek dominion.
He's the demon of mischief. The demon of mischief.
He's also one of the kings of hell. That is one of the highest ranking forces.
And he tells lies. he likes
Yeah,
to
all
talk.
demons lie. That's like one of the central things.
Yeah, well, this one, I guess specifically, I don't know, but yeah, you're metal.
Not a lot of people seem to realize this. I could be reaching with my suggestion here, but this film plays parallels with the Exorcist novel, not the film, and I'll explain why. Because you know how the demons had lifelong influence over this family, or like generational influence?
Yeah.
In the Exorcist novel, Pazuzu actually has generational influence over the main character, the priest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like passed down. And like, I just find the parallels between interacting with this being and the Exorcist novel to be very, very similar. That's probably one of the influences. It has to be. There's a lot of parallels to it. But overall, like, the first half of this movie is fucking stellar. The second half is still pretty good. I just had a few problems with it. Not like anything bad.
What really confused me about when they throw the book in the fire, it just lights up their dad for some reason. I never get that.
Can't really explain that properly, but okay, so a lot of the scenes in this movie I feel may or may not exist. I say this because mental health is obviously one of the themes in this movie. Like, you want to believe this stuff is happening, but then you have to remember that these people aren't exactly mentally sound to begin with. So, like, a lot of stuff that could be happening could just be psychological delusions. I could be reaching though. Like, I don't know. Like, honestly,
I think the mother, they'll be seeing more things than not. I don't know. I think the father seems pretty stable to me.
well, it could play with the whole like payment thing because in demonology, demons can make you see things that aren't exactly there.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't believe in demons in real life. I'm just going by like the fables and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's like literally text dedicated to all these beings in real life, and it's really fucking weird. Like, no wonder people hate religion. But if you read, if you go on like a demonology site that has like real life documentation on this stuff, like, you'll see parallels of demons to this movie, like how they behave, and you can tell the director did his homework before he made the movie.
No, he definitely did.
I still think I think this movie's fine as a concept. I just think it kind of falls into trope territory towards the end.
Well,
and the reason I say that is because I prefer my mysteries to be kind of ambiguous. Like, I don't want everything explained to me fully, which this movie doesn't really explain everything, obviously. It's just, like, if the movie took a direction where this, like, being is, like, named but never, like, described, I think that would have worked better.
Oh, okay.
Because it kind of plays with the parallels that in real life, if, you know, like, obviously sane people won't believe possession and stuff, and it's never really explained why this happens to people in real life. So I feel like that could have worked in the movie too. Like, just have it be a mysterious, powerful force, and like kind of leave it at that. The Lovecraft approach, where you don't reveal everything.
There should probably be some Lovecraft so I can understand where these connections are, because I still have no idea what you mean.
Well, Hereditary isn't necessarily a cosmic horror movie, but it does kind of share elements with Lovecraft tropes. So that's kind of why I brought it up.
Oh. Okay.
Well, Payman as a character is very Lovecraftian in general because of how it's like structured and stuff. Like, I'm probably not making sense to you guys, but you have to read a lot of Lovecraft to understand where I'm coming from.
Yep, I read zero Lovecraft.
I haven't read any, so yeah, I wouldn't know.
But overall, it's a great little thriller. I feel like it's overhyped a little it's not necessarily a
What?
bad thing that it is.
Yeah, Rich?
Mhm.
Oh my god, I kill Stinkbug. Be right back.
I definitely feel like it. Obviously, I can never do better than that fucking movie. My screenplays are ass, like, but that's not important right now.
Yeah, I don't know, Brandon. Writing screenplays, I imagine it's not very
Yeah.
easy.
English language is, even though it's my main language, I fucking suck at it.
Yeah.
It's one scene in Hereditary I really fucking liked,
hmm
and it was the school scene where the son keeps seeing like his reflection in the mirror or in the glass. Like,
Alright, I'm back from killing Stinkbug. What did I miss?
That's how you build fucking tension.
Wait, what did I miss?
Oh, I was talking about the scene in Hereditary where the son is in class and he sees the entity in the glass.
Oh yeah. I know I did that. Did anyone ask any questions? No one asked any Q&A questions. This is like the second episode in a row without any.
Well, since Alucard picked the last week's movie, I guess it's Peter's turn.
Yep. Have you guys ever seen Vox Lux?
I have not.
Alright.
I don't even know what that is. Let me
What
look it
movie?
up.
What?
Vox Lux.
Box?
Vox Lux.
I don't know. I never
It's
heard
just
of
like the
it.
movie for us, Peter, so we can see it.
Yeah. Never heard of that before.
Alright,
But Hereditary is probably the better pick that we've had on this podcast in a while.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of good picks.
This one's pretty good
you
too. You
Pick
didn't
a
get any
lot
of
of
the
meme
shitty movies I
movies.
could have picked. I got some really epic bad ones on the menu.
Pete's gonna pick all me movies, I'm sure. Like,
Now this one's not a
without
meme.
no, not a meme. I'm sure.
Not a meme.
Let's see.
Aquino.
Alright. Signing off in 3, 2, 1.